that night, going to the coroner's office and seeing all the people that stood in the rain for hours to salute, to wave their flags, to let everyone know, to let law enforcement know that they support them.
York County District Attorney Tim Barker says he grieved with the community over the deaths of Officer Andrew Duarte in February and the 3 Northern York County Regional Police officers killed in September.
Cody, Mark, Isaiah, I call them by their first names because I knew them. I knew them pretty well.
One officer's death is a lot, and then to have the 3 killed at once, that's a lot for your office. That's just a lot to take on for the entire community, and then as a representation of somebody who's trying to help the community heal. Is there any way to even prepare for something like that?
Nothing prepares you for the emotional impact of tragedies like this. You're just not. If you stick to your training, if you stick to your ethics, if you stick to following every policy and procedure that you know, then you will be able to work your way through whatever is confronting you.
Barker says he remembers exactly where he was when he found out the officers had been killed.
You set aside the grief, you set aside the emotion as best you can, but you have to let that come through as well, because if not, then you can't shift that focus over to the mission. And when we got the call at UPMC, I was in the middle of a meeting and I ran out right away. When we got the call here, ran out of the office right away. You began to hear what happened.
From that point on, the DA says his mission is to provide justice by finding the truth and getting answers, something that can now happen quicker thanks to body cameras and surveillance videos.
I made sure to watch all of the immediate pertinent aspects of that video, and the same thing at UPMC. I was able to watch immediately while at the hospital security video because I knew how important it was to do that.
The investigation into the death of Officer Andrew Duarte is finished, but the Northern York County Regional Police Officer's investigation is ongoing. When it's complete, the DA says he'll share what answers his office found, but nothing before then.
Because every time you bring something up and you do it and it's incomplete, it can really cause more trauma. It can really be counter to the whole truth-determining process and the whole fact-finding process.
And the DA says he's sensitive to the process the victims' families are put through, having someone close to him murdered.
It is a horrible process. The worst thing that's ever going to happen to you, the worst moments, that's when we get involved. Because every time you're involved with our office, you're involved with us to relive and to go through again and again the worst things that are going to happen to you.
And so with faith and compassion, the DA says his goal is to provide families with answers while offering love and healing.
The impact on families, on departments, on friends, on neighbors is so extensive. You then have to say, what is it again that can help the most? And what helps the most, going back to that core mission, is providing them truth.